So, you know, for the first time in history, after 40 years, many people, the original people, came together to create this book. And so, you know, you talked a lot about the original spirit of NLP and what it is. Now we're looking at the future. Is there any message you would like to say to people, the viewers? You know, where is NLP going, or where should it be going? What is the future for NLP? What are the learnings we can take to the future?
I can tell you what I'm going to do. And I think that's at least partially involved with the future of NLP. I have been told that NLP is leaderless. That the experts in the field kind of bicker with each other and compete for market, and that there's no guiding organization or guiding leader or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that John's not going to do that, and I'm pretty sure that Richard's not going to do that. And I haven't met anybody else that I would think is capable of doing that. I've seen a lot of people that are capable of helping that happen, you included. But I'm gonna, for whatever it's worth, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say, okay, guys, enough. NLP people need to organize under a guiding principle or set of principles. They need to organize as an association. They need to organize as a group of associations under one head. There needs to be a guiding person, or at least a guiding group. There need to be some standards, there need to be some agreements, there need to be some associations, and those associations need to organize in order to give to the world, not to take from it. There are problems around the world that the NLP people can solve, big problems that they can solve. And that's what the associations should do to begin with. It's worthless to bitch about the fact that we don't have a good international image. It's ridiculous to argue about whether it's certified or whether it's academic or whether it's scientific or whatever. We have some people doing some really good work about that. Lisa Wick, Frank Pucelik, and those people are researching and testing NLP, and other people are joining them and really developing the research base for NLP. That's fine. I think, I'm sure, that if NLP organizes and solves the problems of drug addiction in the young people in the Ukraine, in the whole damn country, and the Ukrainian Association of NLP tackles that problem and solves it. Not totally, it's impossible to solve totally, but takes it, instead of losing 500,000 kids a year, we lose 5,000 a year, which is pretty normal in a healthy environment. You're going to lose a few kids, okay? But losing 50,000, 80,000, 100, 150,000 a year dead in the Ukraine because of overdoses of drugs, and the incredible number of homeless kids there are that are drug addicts and so forth in Ukraine alone. Russia has a giant problem. London, England has a giant problem of drug abuse, okay? We can solve that. I'm sure of it. And the Association of NLP in the Ukraine organizes and says, that's done. We're solving that in this way. Here's the program, here's the commitment, here's the people, here's the organization, game over. We solved that problem in the Ukraine. People are going to notice, okay? Russia, I can handle those places, and I know how they work, and I can make that happen. And I can organize those NLP associations and the NLP people. And I'm putting together an organization in the CIS that's going to include hundreds of thousands of NLP people, hundreds of thousands of NLP people organized and dedicated to solving real problems in those countries. Let's give to the country and let's make the world a better place, and we don't have to worry about image, because people will start to find out who the hell we are and what we're doing, not saying, you know, hey, like me. Go to work and prove who the hell you are. Do something real. Plus, everybody wins. Everybody wins. The kids are no longer dying in those numbers. The pensioners are starving to death in the Ukraine and Russia. Pensioners have been abandoned by their governments completely. There are millions of pensioners starving to death in their own homes in that country today, and not a person is doing anything about that. Yes, a little tiny group here, a little tiny group here. What about the other million or so a year that are starving to death? The NLP Association in Russia could stop that problem in 5 years or less, I'm sure of it. Okay, London, okay, Germany, okay, America, okay, China, okay, Pakistan, okay. We are perfectly placed in every country in the world. NLP people are perfectly placed in every country in the world. We have the numbers, we have the training, we have the skills, and we have the connections. There are business people trained in NLP, there are government people trained in NLP, there are psychologists trained in NLP, there are educators trained in NLP, there are people positioned in NLP that are trained NLP practitioners in every country in the world in all the positions necessary to approach their friends, to approach their businesses, to organize and prove that the principles of NLP are real. You prove the principles of NLP are real in the world by going out there and solving problems as an organized cooperative group. Stop bitching about who likes you. Get out there, organize, and make the world a better place. Change. Help the people who can't afford to pay us to help them. Too many NLP people help the people who can pay for it. And don't turn around and help the people who can't pay for it. Enough of that crap. You help the people who can pay for it, that makes a statement in the world. Who am I? I'm the guy that can make a profit from telling people how to live their lives. That's NLP? I certainly hope not. That's not my NLP. That's not the one I built. That's not the one Richard and John and I built. This is not a usury, I take it, and I don't give. That's not what NLP is about. NLP is about using the skills you have to make the world a better place and to help the people who can't afford to pay you to do it. Now, yes, of course I have to make a living. And yes, of course some people pay me. Okay? I have pictures of myself and hundreds of drug addicts who've never given me a single penny. And they're alive and happy because of me. Hundreds. Okay? I want that to be hundreds of thousands. Okay? I can't do that by myself. Okay? I've got kids in America, hundreds of kids in America who consider me their second father because of the treatment program in America. I've got 5 centers in Russia. Okay? We're building the 6th one right now. And then there'll be the 7th, and then there'll be the 8th. And that's me by myself. Give me 20,000 NLP people in the Ukraine.
Imagine how much you can do with those people.
With those 20,000 agreed and organized. I've got cities all over the Ukraine asking me to build treatment centers. Okay. And I'll be happy to.
So you need more help. Whoever wants to reach out. And
now, I've joined NLP, and we're in the process of creating the Russian-speaking world of NLP, which is the only world they don't have contact with. Okay, we're going to finish their connection to the world. I'm going to become the 4th director of NLP. Okay, I'm joining ANLP. I'm becoming one of the what they call fellows or sponsors of ANLP. We're going to merge those 2 organizations, whether they know it or not yet. Okay, they probably will now. Okay, and become the certifying organization in the world. We're going to then come to all the other associations around in the world and say it's time for us to get together. And ANLP has a certain number of membership worldwide. I'm going to bring hundreds of times the number of members that they already have. Hundreds of times the members to their organization from Russian-speaking world. It's actually much more than that, but that's at least. And we're going to bring Russia to the world. We're going to bring the CIS to the world. And the world is going to find out just exactly how strong and powerful the NLP world is in the CIS. We have hundreds of thousands of trained practitioners and master practitioners, hundreds of thousands in every city in 11 time zones. And they are all hungry to join the world. And they are all pragmatists, and they all believe in the fact that they can do anything. They lived through hell for the last 70 years and survived. And they know what they can do. And we're bringing them to the world. And the world's going to have a fun time dealing with several 100,000 NLP people from Russia.
And change for the better.
And change for the better, much better. And I'm doing that now. It's already started. And I'm looking forward to the relationships with you guys looking forward to the relationships with the German associations, looking forward to the Swedish, looking forward to the Chinese, looking forward to, we have a world that needs us. We have the talent, we have the skill, we have the connections, we have the time, and the need is there. And we must fill that need.
And we just have to organize.
All we have to do is organize. Everything else is there. Okay, I got it. I'm organizing it. Okay, I'm putting it together. I'm looking forward to when you guys join.
Well, Frank Pucelik, thank you very much for this interview. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
My pleasure.
Good luck with all the project.
Yeah. Thanks for your comments about the book. It's a good book.
Thank you.
And some good people in there.
Thank you.